This is from the High Priestess. This is about the coronavirus that is spreading in New Jersey, just like I told you it would, just like she told me. High Priestess is Our Lady, is a blessed mother. They were all the same person. I've already proved that. All this information will be on the spiritual channel. Listen to the entire video you're about to hear. This is just the intro. I prove all this information, give you all references, things like so you can know what's about to happen. Now, look at this space chart. This is like the intro. So let me explain a little bit about that, and let me tell you how confirmation is being sent as I speak. And it's kind of sad how things work out, because this would not be the best time to go in any hospital if you ask me. If you ask me, just because of the situation. But that's just my opinion. I've never been a big hospital guy. All right, but then look at the chart. Now, as you can see, that is a waxing gibbous moon in Gemini. See the twins? Looks like they're holding hands. And I want to give a mad shout out to Terry Nassan, because she's saying what it is. The moon is in Gemini. It's been there. I saw it last night, early this morning. And ironically, when I looked at that space chart, it was exactly 225. So look, I be telling you, even my family, because right now my family's going through something. I told you 225 is a big number with my family, and also the most powerful person in my family, their number came up, and a recent. I talked about that because things are definitely going on. I will talk about that in the title. Now, but let's keep going. So that's the east. But now when you go right across from the east, you guys don't see it, I guess, but the sun is there. I think it's in the sun. They're saying the sun is in Aquarius with Neptune. So from my perspective, they were right across from each other, and you can see it, but it's slanted. But where I was standing, it looked like they were right across from each other. Now, the last time that has happened, when the moon was out there over the east or over the Atlantic Ocean, and the sun was out there in broad daylight, because this is only like 2 p.m. Wednesday afternoon, March 4th, 2020. Now, the last time that's happened, we talking about twin flames, was when I met this female at my job, and we really hit it off. We really hit it off. It was beautiful. And like I said, walked into a car and everything. But unfortunately, here came the games. You know, when we started talking, she says, well, I got a boyfriend. So in other words, yeah, you can hit it, but I'm with a boyfriend. So of course I said no. But that day, said just like this day, the moon was directly it looked like it was opposite the sun. And in that same neighborhood, some weird shit happened. Like, you definitely need to hear this video, because this is all about twin flames, soulmates, and the coronavirus. Because I'm telling you, they all work together. People like to separate this stuff, but you can't separate it. This is the High Priestess. Even when you go to tarot cards, it's the High Priestess that runs those cards. And that's all about twin flames and soulmates as well. And we'll learn more as we look on. And remember, Virgo rules Gemini. I'm sorry, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So Terry Nassan gave some information about Mercury as well. It's still retrograde. And you can even see Venus is in Pisces. That's about unbelievable love, when you really love somebody. Like you're almost like Neptune puts you in it's mystical. It puts you in kind of like a daze. You're just in love. And Uranus is things coming out of nowhere. So it's a lot that can be talked about. So make sure you listen to this entire video. Also, now when you go north, that's the Big Dipper. But that Dubby is a female. And I've done videos on her a long time ago. But that's the North Pole. That's the Big Dipper up there. Also Major. I just couldn't get it all in. And then at the bottom, the South Pole is the Phoenix. And you see those triangles down there at the Phoenix. So that's also about something dying that comes back. So that's kind of like the message. But I'm getting a lot of different messages. Because one was like, okay, the person up the street, that's either my twin flame or soulmate. But they look exactly like the person who I thought was my twin. So the message was either that was going to be dead, time to move on, or the message is going to die and come back. But even I said it might come back, but it's going to be a while. So, like, you get hit with so much info that you just got to learn how to move on. Like, you can't sit there saying, is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? Because you almost got to move on. You know, like, you know, retrain yourself so you're not looking that way. Retrain that way so when you outside, you're not looking. Like, you just have to believe that when she's ready and when the universe has dealt with her, she'll show up some type of way. And even then, you're going to have to find a way in. Because that got totally cut off. We talk about all that. We talk about the dreams I had. But also, you got to understand what's going on. See, in the book of Genesis chapter 15, it talks about the sunset. Well, all the stuff you're looking at, especially with the moon, it's all talking about that area. Make sure you hear this video. And it's also talking about the banking system. Make sure you listen to this entire video. Now, as this video is being put together, Ma Deuce came home from down south, and within 14 hours of coming home, she's being taken to the emergency room. So I just told you, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, and Virgo is about health, but Virgo is also the Virgin, the High Priestess, or Our Lady or Mother Mary. So we're still talking about health and things of that nature. So I'll be doing my praying, and I talk about everything. Like I address everything, because for me it's just too much. So I had to finally just talk about it. You know, too much, and it is what it's going to be. So we're going to talk about all that in this video. So that's why I said make sure you listen to the end, because a lot of stuff's coming up. Now I could talk about this other stuff. Now, where you see Gemini and all that, that area, even where Capella is, now that's the area where my soulmate lives up the street, and normally Vega is above her house. So now Vega has gone across the sky, and she's in this area. And you notice Hercules and Aquila. And so you have Vega, Deneb, and I don't know if it's Elohim, but that's Deneb. It may be Elohim, I'm not sure. But let's just say it is. Vega, Deneb and Elohim are your original twin flames. And you see they're separated. But Vega's job is to help them get back together. So I did have a dream where my soulmate, who has Vega energy, and I talk more about that in this video, she kept appearing in the dream. So in that world, she and I will hook up. But in this world, right now, I can't see it. I can't see her showing up yet. Maybe after a while, you know. In a way, I wish we could talk, but I talk about all that, because sometimes you wish for something, and when you get it, like all this glitter is not gold. And sometimes for certain reasons, it's not going to work out at this point. But I talk about all that in this video. Again, this is about twin flames, the coronavirus, the High Priestess is bringing all of it. So make sure you listen to all of it and enjoy the video. The twin flames message that was given to me by the Blessed Mother, who is the High Priestess. Now, if you haven't been on my channels, make sure. Mostly every video I'm talking about is on the spiritual channel. This is a situation where you can't pick and choose. See, people have made a major mistake that I've been warning them about, and now you have the coronavirus hitting the USA. And it's spreading just like I said it would. So this is all from the High Priestess, Our Lady, the Blessed Mother. All proof has been given on, especially the spiritual channel. The spiritual channel. Because this has been going on for a while, and it's progressively becoming more and more evident. Now, she usually uses the moon. Usually. Not always, but she usually uses the moon. Even on the High Priestess card, you see that moon right there. Card number 2. Tarot card. Now, the moon was eerie last night. Now, last night was Tuesday night. That was the eeriest looking moon I saw in my life. We'll be talking about that, but that was a confirmation. And the moon was in Gemini, the twins constellation. I saw that thing. I got so much to tell you. Make sure you hear this whole video, because she's been talking to me strongly. And all this, like I said, you can't pick and choose. This is why people don't get it. Then they don't do what they're supposed to. Because they're just people. They do what people do. The goofy stuff, I call it. They don't know how to focus on the truth and grow with it. They're in and out, on this channel, on that channel, playing games. But now the Viper is striking, and those strikes are going to become more evident. John chapter 3 is about the Divine Mother. That's what it's all about, women, mother. I already talked about that. I already explained that. All those videos are on the spiritual channel. You can do the most recent ones first. And then go backwards to maybe a week or so. Because this has been going on really, for me, about 2 weeks. Really longer, but I'll say about 2 weeks when she started becoming more specific. Again, today's date, March 4th, 2020, Wednesday. Terry Nassan is one of the world's best astrologers. She says that the moon is still in Gemini. And that was interesting because usually these astrologers, see, there's two charts. The world goes by the white chart, the white space transit chart. But really the black chart is usually more accurate. But for whatever reason, Terry Nassan, I noticed lately she's been out of harmony with the rest of the astrologers. But I know for a fact she's with the black chart. She's with the more accurate chart. And remember, this is all about twin flame. I'm telling you, it's the same thing. And I've been saying it. In fact, when I started talking about twin flames, a lot of people that were following me were acting like I didn't know what I was talking about. And it's funny how these people, you've helped them out so many times. Most of these people have told me, oh, you're a man of God. God told me you're a man of God. But they betray you like that. So, bottom line, the Messiah said in John chapter 3, as well as John chapter 10 about the good shepherd, the fine shepherd. Basically, this is all about spirit. My followers, my sheep, will follow me wherever I go. So in both John chapter 3 and John chapter 10, you hear Jesus telling you that my followers will know things that other people are not going to know, because they're following my voice in the spirit. So because people are not in the spirit, they think somehow you're deviating. I'm not deviating, I'm following the shepherd. So when people say, oh, what does this got to do about twin flames? You're going to have to learn how to listen. Has everything to do with it. Twin flames has to do. Whenever God is bringing an instruction, you're going to see two angels, the twins. You're going to see the two witnesses. I just read all that information about Our Lady, the Lady of the Nations in Spain. You can look her up, like Grana something, GRA something. And they told you those girls, that when those angels showed up, she said it was two angels, and they were twins. And they said it was Michael the Archangel, and he had a twin angel with him. When Hitler was in power, he studied twins. Even he knew, because everybody knows Hitler was a very metaphysical person. He was on higher sciences, higher spirituality. So he knew the stuff I'm trying to tell you. So you got to get that right so you can understand what's going on with the universe. The more you put your trust back in the universe and not on the foolishness, the better chances you'll have of having some type of union with your twin flame, or even your soulmate. Now again, to fully understand this video, you should have looked at those other videos, and I'm saying, whatever you got to do, try to make sure you understand what's going on in those videos, because you're not going to understand how the high priestess talks. You're not going to understand anything. That's why most of the people out here on the internet are into groupie mode. All they do is run from channel to channel like a groupie. They don't sit down and they don't really give no type of intellectual understanding. Because without that intellectual understanding, you're not going to get it. It's got to be intellectual, it's got to be spiritual, even emotional. Because this twin flame stuff and soulmate stuff could really get inside of your head, your emotions, so to the point you can almost not function, and you're actually functioning in an unstable way. Just like you gotta learn how to trust your high priestess, because even on the tarot card they tell you that you gotta learn how to trust. That's why they gave you the Fool card, card 00, the Fool card, or card 0, the Fool card. I say 00 because of the natal charts. He had to put blind trust in the high priestess. Learning to listen to your intuition or her inner voice. And this is how all this comes together. Now the high priestess said to get the full moon reading for March. I've been talking about that on my channel. I have 2 channels, but mainly this stuff is going to be on the spiritual channel. Because once again, I just said it. You got to learn how to listen to her. Be obedient. And again, failure to do so, like well, I already said this, so I'm not going to keep repeating on stuff I already said on other videos. But the people kept being hard-headed in the wilderness, so God sent. That's why I said the viper, and that's what John chapter 3 is really talking about. God sent those serpents to bite the people. So when they started dying, they saw people around them dying, and they were dying. They started begging Moses to save them. So Moses ran to God, and God said, "Put that serpent up on the pole, and when they look at that serpent, they'll live. But if they don't look at that serpent, they're gonna die." And remember, anybody that God killed in the wilderness, they're going straight into hell, and they'll never live in a physical body ever again. They'll be burning in hell for eternity. And that's one good thing about the Catholics. They always told you about hell, and they tell you that they're Our Lady, their Mother Mary, is directly connected with hell. So I've been talking about all this. So that's what's going to happen with this virus, because you got people that are still hard-headed. And then when somebody dies around them, who are they going to blame? Only person you got to blame is yourself, because you're hard-headed. And a lot of these people I know, I've helped them out many a times, but then they get stupid. They forget who helped them, and they think they either know more than you or whatever. What happened with people? I don't know the psychological makeup, but I know she's not joking. And I read specific scriptures out of the book of Isaiah of what she's saying. She's not with that. You help somebody when they're down when nobody else even cares about them, and then they forget about you. So she talked about treacherously, and God always hated that. If you know the Bible, he always said that, do not be treacherous to your neighbors. So it's a lot of stuff that was said. So remember, if you disobey the high priestess and something happens to you or those around you, the only person to blame is you. Because that was a command she gave. And like I said, everything you see me doing the last 2 weeks or so is all about the moon. Or you can start from the new moon on down. And the new moon was when I saw the person who may even be my twin flame, lives right up the street from me. She's either soulmate or twin flame. And that's the last time I saw it was the new moon. And I've already talked about this, so I'm not going to talk about that again in this video. Then when we get to early this morning's moon, the waxing gibbous moon in the Gemini constellation, which is the twins. So let's go all the way back. Lord, please help me remember all this. I ask in Jesus' name. Amen. So anyway, since February 23rd, 2020, the new moon, which I believe was a Sunday, that's the last time I saw my soulmate. I'm just going to say soulmate, but like I said, it could be the twin flame. It's that close. Without the natal chart, you really don't know for sure. But unfortunately, like most twin flames, soulmate relationships, they're in separation. So that will mess with you a lot. You know, hurts and all kind of stuff you go through. So I had already did a space reading, and I knew it was coming. This is we're going through some type of karmic energy. So a lot of people are being brought into karmic energies for past life stuff, but also even stuff that you've done in this life, and that's what we're going through. So master astrologers like Terry Nasan, Dark Pixie Astrology, even Michelle Knight, they were warning that this could be a rough one. Now I'm talking from February 23rd to now. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up a calendar because I want to know. All right, give me a second. This thing is playing a bunch of games. Yep. So it looks like that's less than a week ago. That's what it's looking like, but I could be wrong. That's why I'm looking at it. Maybe this will be the second week. Like this Sunday might be the second week. Because March 1st was the first week since I seen her. So this Sunday will be the second week. So since that time, all this stuff has been happening. But the bottom line was March 3rd was supposed to be the day. According to those astrologers I just named. And like I said, a lot of stuff is public. March 3rd was supposed to be the reckoning. Cause like I said with my the person who lives in my neighborhood up the street, it was getting really intense. So as much as this is going on, like whenever you deal with twin flames or soulmates, you'll think it's over. And the universe will keep telling you it ain't over. And they'll keep on showing you all this stuff that it ain't over. And then sometimes you kind of wish it was over because you're just sick of the pain. But it kept saying not over, not over. But March 3rd was definitely supposed to be the day, the karmic reckoning. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to get yours. For whatever, past life stuff, whatever it is, but you're going to get yours. So make sure you hear what I'm telling you. Yesterday, March 3rd, Tuesday, Mars energy, Aries energy. It was supposed to really be a day of reckoning. So while I was asleep, so remember, that's March 2nd, Monday night to early Tuesday morning, or whatever it was. While I was asleep, I was getting all these dreams. Because even when you read the Bible, see, because Joseph and Mary were, well, I believe pretty much Joseph was Mary's soulmate. But remember, they had Archangel Gabriel and the dreams. That's how it is with twin flames. So I'm having all these dreams, and in the dream, a female just keeps popping up. It's other people and stuff like that, but a female keeps popping up. And I kind of like, wouldn't really acknowledge it because a lot of times when it comes to people, I just don't want no drama. That's from a history of being on this planet. So, but she kept staying in the dream. She wasn't gonna let me not acknowledge her. And that's how she used to be in the real world. But I didn't know it was her at first. I didn't know. So then, for some reason, I started thinking about my bass guitar. So I went looking for where my bass normally is, and then that's what she was just sitting in a chair, and she was just looking at me with this bright smile, like totally confident. And that was the dream how I woke up. But now that didn't stop there. But before we continue with what happened when I woke up, because as soon as I woke up, I got confirmation after confirmation. It was unbelievable. All throughout the day, confirmation, 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 confirmation. So now you have to understand there's three things up in space, especially over her house. One is Vega, and there's two other ones. It's a love story where they got separated, but Vega's part of that. And I forget the names. I've talked about that on the spiritual channel. But Vega helps them. It's like they're twin flames too, but they're in two different star systems. Now, Vega and Lyra represent the harp. So when I was reaching for the bass and she was there, that's what she was offering in that dream. Because she represents because that Vega is over her house every night. See, there's a lot of supernatural stuff going on with all of this. Like when Vega starts, see, when you see Vega, it's like a unique color blue. Ever since Vega been over her house since I noticed it, since Christmas or whatever, Christmas, yeah, end of last year. Like in her room, she has a blue light on. She leaves it on all night. Same thing as Vega. So they always say as above, so below. So that's why I said she was offering herself, because the harp, Lyra is the harp, and Vega is part of that. And when I was looking for my bass, my musical instrument, she was sitting there, because that's where I normally would keep it, in the dream. And she was sitting there, and she kept looking, smiling. So I got up with that, and I felt good. I felt really good when I got up. Because like I said, you would really want that. But the reality is, this world is not really designed. This world is not really designed for that usually. Because even twin flames and soulmates, they always go into separation or something like that. So, unfortunately, you have to brace for that as well. So, like, let's say you do meet somebody and you two get along great, but their family might not get along with yours. It's always going to be a reason. You might meet somebody that's not the same color as you, and then people are going to be jealous or hating you. Or why are you marrying somebody not your color? So that's just the planet we're on. It's always going to be some bullshit. And you try to make the best out of it. But that's why I tell anybody, you got to study about relationships, how to communicate, how to make a relationship work. And you got to make sure if you really want a relationship with somebody, that that's what they really want. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. But, I mean, even then, it still might not go the way you want it to. Because people say, oh, you're trying to control the situation. You need to just go with the flow. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because I started off really as a Christian. So I was always more conservative. And I've been doing this for years. But now I'm starting to realize you do. Because when I was young, I didn't give a fuck. I just ran up and who cared? Who cared? Jump in the car, ride away. I live in New Jersey. Jump in the car, drive my car way up in North Jersey and stuff. And one time it really did break down. Way up in North Jersey. Because I was just stupid, young and dumb. Got in that car and rode all the way up in North Jersey. And it broke down. And by a miracle of God, I got home. Hey, I didn't call no family. Didn't. But by a miracle of God, I got home. And I would never do something crazy like that ever again in my life. So you do gotta kind of wing it. But like I said, like the fool, he puts his trust in the high priestess. And I remember one time, I had a car. It was an old car. It broke down, and the bill was high to get it fixed. And I had nothing, really nothing to fix that car. I was in tears. I was in tears. There's no lie. And I remember I just started playing praise music. And then one of them songs came on. And I was listening to the words of the song and stuff like that. And I just started crying. So I was praying, praising, crying. And then I was just praying. And then I got a thought in my head. So I followed that thought and did what that thought told me. And said my car was broken down on a Sunday. By that Wednesday, it was fixed. And I was driving in it. And no relative gave me no money and nothing like that. That's from God. So I've seen it work all the time. So I know for a fact my spirituality is strong. My spiritual connection is strong. But this is more metaphysical. Twin Flames and Soulmate is more metaphysical. But I would always tell people, never give up God for anything. So if you see the way I show y'all, I always link it all together. I always say it's all one. So now, like I said, I just had a dream. Beautiful female smiling. She's so happy and confident. Like this, because that was supposed to be like a big day, a karmic day. But she was looking at me like saying, "We got you." Oh, also, the day before, I saw 444 on a microwave. Now that means archangels all around you. Now when I went to bed that night, I guess I was moving my covers or something, and they hit the envelope that contains my first 15 archangel cards because I couldn't afford it. So I downloaded it. I downloaded the pictures, and I was still doing readings, and I still use those cards. Those cards are very accurate. One time they got a female's time of birth down to the minute and the second, and she couldn't believe it because she said she didn't know it. So I used them archangel cards, the 15 archangels, and I copied that off the website. And then when she saw her time of birth, she couldn't believe it. She said, "That is my time of birth." She said, "I told you I didn't know my time of birth, but I did know it." And she couldn't believe it. So I've had a relationship with them before. Like when those cards fall, and they usually fall out the envelope. Like when it's an urgent message, I need to know. That happens. They'll fall out and stuff like that. So they fell too. The morning I had that dream, they fell. So they were also telling me you ain't got nothing to worry about because we're protecting you. And then she came in the dream to say you ain't got nothing to worry about. You know, like I know this is gonna work out. So then when I went downstairs, like this, you gotta hear what I'm trying to tell you. This is all about the high priestess. This is all about the coronavirus. So then when I went downstairs, I had on 3ABM, which is the Seventh Day Adventist TV station. Almost every scene they were showing was beautiful females that look just like my soulmate, a twin, whatever she is. And they were all smiling just like her. And they kind of all look like her. Crazy. Like, back, they were all happy. Because I'm not saying this is the case, but I've been told that female who I'm talking about is going to be used in a spiritual capacity. Now, whether that's whatever. I'm not saying she's going to be a nun. Because there's a lot of people that work secular jobs, regular jobs, but they still bring that a form of positivity and spirituality. So whatever she does, she's going to be being used. Just like she was in that dream, all happy. And all those females were missionaries and 3ABM. So come on, I'm still walking through the house trying to get ready to go to work. I walk back in that room, and now it's a rose on the TV screen. Now remember, the person who I think is my twin flame name is Rosa, but Rosa looks exactly like my soulmate who lives up the street. Even when they're on the phone, they tend to zigzag. They walk back and forth. They do a lot of stuff the same way. And this situation has gone a lot similar to the whole Rosa situation. But under the rose was what I already talked about on my more recent video. It's like a 2-hour some video. So y'all should check that out. Did it yesterday. But it might still have today's date because it didn't get loaded till early in the morning. But it could. Now I know for sure it's Isaiah 35:1. But I forgot. I didn't know if it was Isaiah 35:1 or Isaiah 33:1. But both of those scriptures still confirm what I've been saying and what the high priestess told me. So once that happened, so now that's confirmation more because now you see Rose. So they confirmed the soulmate and they confirmed Rose. But I'm beginning to think we were all a soul family. So the next picture they showed right after that was the moon. The moon. All this happened on 3 a.m. yesterday, March 3rd, 2020, between 8:30 and say 9:15. So now they're showing you the moon. So once again, it's the high priestess confirming. And remember that this full moon is in Virgo. That's the Blessed Mother. The Blessed Mother is the high priestess. But it didn't stop there. I seen that moon. So that's further confirmation. Everything I'm being told is going to be true, going to happen. Next thing they show you is a satellite. Now I remember not too long ago I was explaining what a satellite and all that. And I don't remember what I said, but I do remember explaining that. But then the satellite is up in space, and then it turns around and it starts heading towards Earth. Now, the prophecy that Our Lady of the Nations gave was about fire and things hitting the Earth. And even some of these people were talking about Mexicans, possibly Japanese, Russians. It's a guy named Dutris Tamidas or something like that. He gave a prophecy. You can hear about him on Prophecy Club on YouTube, because he said America would be snuck attacked by people coming through Alaska, coming through the northern part of the hemisphere, coming out like they even say right now there's submarines. They say there's Russian submarines underwater in the East Coast, New Jersey, and they're gonna just come up and bomb it. Because that one prophecy, Our Lady of the Nation, said that fire would come from heaven. But right now, I'm just talking about the coronavirus, but I'm just letting you know all this. But it didn't stop there. Now on my way to work, see, there's a long road you go down. A lot of woods. But that's a very eerie location. Extremely eerie. Because there's nothing really back there. Now let me tell you what I mean by eerie. I mean, one time I was on that road, it was still dark. It was day was beginning to break. And I saw something run across. Because out here we got like what they call a Tasmanian devil. And when I was little, they used to always say, oh, the Tasmanian, and you'd be scared to death. And when you was little, we would all be in these woods I'm talking about. I mean, this was like more recent. Like, I'm a grown man. This is like more recent. And I was back there, and I remember something running across on the other side. And I said, what the hell is that? Because it was definitely black. Didn't look like no wolf. Definitely wasn't no fox. But it looked creepy. It looked creepy like that stuff you be seeing in the movies. But that thing was just black, and it just came across the thing. Creepy looking. So really, like I said, it's nothing really back there. Not really. But there's a graveyard back there. If you're going northbound, a graveyard is on the left side. The side of the people going southbound. In cars, in cars. Now, if you're walking, you can walk any way you want to. So, years ago, I was coming up that street, and a truck was coming down, like a pickup truck, some type of truck or whatever, pickup truck, whatever. And that truck stops there. Now, there's nothing back there. That truck stops there, and a little girl gets out the truck. And then the truck driver just pulls off. And now the little girl is walking. I'm like, where is she going? So I had to be at work where I worked at that time. So I couldn't really get involved with nothing. Because of the situation, because of health problems, I was missing days, so I knew I had to be there. Then, sometimes you try to be the good Samaritan and you get pulled into a whole lot of stuff that you don't deserve. But I was like, that was the weirdest thing I seen on this eerie, long ass road full of woods with a graveyard. Why did he let her off there? Ain't no houses back, ain't jack dilly squat. And she got out, but she got out and just started walking up. It was definitely a little girl. She was just walking up like everything was cool. That was some strange shit. So having said that, I'm going down that same road yesterday to go to work. So I'm going down on the right side of that road. I'm going northbound. Now on the other side, the left side of the road, but they're walking southbound. Even though that side of the road is for northbound traffic. But it's a female. Again, I keep telling you, that morning I just kept seeing females that look exactly like the female that lived up the street. It's a female that looked a lot like her. Pretty sure it wasn't her though, but she looked a lot like her. But I'm still scratching my head like, what is she doing out here? And why? It's nothing back here. Just walking up the thing. In the direction of the graveyard. And that's another thing. See, when you go further up, there is like a mall, a plaza, a little mall. And one time going to work in that mall, same thing. I seen a female, because these are like my soulmate and my twin, they both Mexican Americans. And I seen the same thing. See, one of those big department stores in that mall is closed down. So it's really nothing over there. But yet, right over there, I saw it again. I saw another Mexican female walking. And she had like a boy with her. I mean, that might have been her brother, I don't know. And that was weird, because like that whole thing is closed down. So it would just be weird shit, but it's constantly, and it's just weird. But I mean, I went through the same thing with Rose and Mexican, because Mexican Americans, all kind of stuff. I mean, when at one time, I don't know if it was the same time my car broke down or not. It might have been. I don't remember. But I remember that's when I was working with Rosa, and a whole lot of stuff came out to let me know that my car breaking down had something to do with her. Because as soon as my car broke down, like right across the street, was like Mexicans walking by and stuff. But it was a whole lot of stuff, not just that, a whole lot of shit that was showing me, this was directly connected to her. So then that day, at my job, just yesterday, there's a female, and I think she is a Mexican too. But she kind of took a liking to me. And just stuff like that happens. Just to keep your twin or your soulmate inside your head. Then I was getting ready to go on break because I was out of it. Because like I said, I'm diabetic, I gotta take medication and stuff. I got other health problems too. But I was getting ready to go on lunch, but I decided to just jump on the cash register because it was a few customers waiting in line, so I went on cash register too. So then this lady came up to me and we had this strange bond. And then she says to me, I take medication. And right now, my medication. I said, yeah, me too. So we started cracking jokes. We was just going back and forth and shit. Because it was just funny. That was weird. Because, you know what I'm saying? But that's how you know you're dealing with something that's angelic. You're dealing with something that, from the spirit realm. Because that's crazy. First off, I was going to punch out. I wasn't even going to jump on the cash register. Then you jump on the cash register and the person is going through the same shit you are. That was crazy. But again, this is how the twin flames verify and shit. I mean, this is twin flame messages. This is energy, numerology. It's just messages from the universe. And people get mad. Well, I want to feel it. I want to touch it. I don't want to sit working. I don't want to be looking up. I want to be looking at. But you may never be looking at if you don't learn how to listen to up. See, what I'm telling you, this is what the corona is all about. I'm gonna get to that. But let me finish up with this because it's all the same thing. So it was funny. It was unique with that female. But then she said something to me when she was leaving. She didn't say thank you. She said be blessed. And I thought that shit was crazy. She said be blessed. Cause but y'all don't know the whole situation. The whole situation was crazy. Cause then we started having trouble with the cash register. All kind of crazy shit was going on. Then it was a strange day because it was already kind of dark at 3 o'clock. So that was strange. So when I walked outside, I'm in a comatose state because of my disease and the medication, everything. I need to eat. So I walk outside and it's already dark. And all of a sudden I get the sense of rain. I said, is it raining? And so it drizzled a little bit. But literally, as soon as I walked outside, it started pouring down raining on me. So that was crazy. Then a woman that came in, I was kind of talking, she had the same name as my twin, the same last name and shit. Like all this is going on. See, it's back to back to back to back. It's confirmation. Some people might say, well, all that shit go on and there don't really be no real confirmation. Like, I would tell you always get on with your life, but you got to be aware just because you're upset or frustrated don't mean it's going to stop. So you do have to be strong with all this. Because like I said, it is very painful. Especially my soulmate, me and my soulmate was close. So to see that go down, to see that go down, definitely it's hard. It hurts. Me and Rosa was never that close. Not in this life. But it's going to be what it's going to be. And you got to trust the universe to work out whatever causes separation. You got to trust the universe to heal it. So again, yesterday or earlier today, I forget. I got 2 emails. See, the universe keeps showing me the name Laura. So somebody contacted me, Laura, and they're like, I'm a nurse, and I work with healing. Because that's what you're looking for, with your soulmate or whoever you're looking for healing. Then somebody else wrote me, and she said you'll love my beautiful hair. And so then I was cracking up because I said, why would you say that? I don't know this chick. That's the first thing you're gonna say to me. I love your beautiful hair and shit. You conceited back. Like it was funny to me. But she had the type of hair that my soulmate got. So it just be funny. Then I keep seeing the number 125, which I gotta look up. And now I look up the number 1112. So nobody knows when this is gonna happen. But like I said, the best thing you can do is continue to get on with your life. Like I said, if I wanted to, I would get on my life. But see, the thing is, it took me years to get away from a lot, crazy stuff on this planet. So I'm very careful. All right, it's funny how I was just saying what I was saying, and then I had to stop this because I just got some news. So that's my point. It just be too much BS, too much, and it never stops. So that's why I'm real careful about anything, and you got to be real careful. That's why I say sometimes they say all that shines is in gold, all that glitters is in gold. You have to be very careful because you might get yourself caught up in stuff where you wish you didn't make that contact or not. Because like I said, when it comes to my twin, it definitely was never. It was never paradise. Not really. Initial stares maybe, but then the reality followed, and the reality was actually a living hell for the next from early 2014 towards late 2016. It was like a literal hell, and then just everything after that, just the memories and everything. So you got to be very very careful with the situations. And oftentimes you have people around you that are just filled with drama. Like almost every time you turn around, it's drama, 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 and that can almost kill you. Like it's always drama. So you got to think about all that. That's why I said you might meet somebody and you and that person may get along, but then it might be somebody's family or some just crap, and it just will never stop. So that's why I try to tell people. I look at things like I look at things one. I look at things on different levels. But and then when you deal with the soulmate twin flames, a lot of times it's a lot of differences between the two. They may actually be totally different. Like you got a twin flame couple out here now. He's like 60. He's like 60, 65. She's only like 30 or something. So that would be difficult because one person's seeing life one way, another person's seeing life from another way. So none of this stuff is gonna be easy, and you got to really check yourself, check your heart, and check out your circumstances. Because like I said, if you're already sick and all that, you don't need to be trying to take on somebody else that's sick. And unfortunately, sometimes you got to start saying no, especially if this person has always got something going on. And I could go more in depth, but unless you're going through it, you will never understand it. But sometimes you have people that go all over the world, all out of town, nothing's wrong. The moment they walk in the door, oh, now they're sick. You understand? And your schedule is already bogged with BS from this person. So people say, "Oh, how can you say that?" Because it's the truth. So that's why I said, you got to watch how you move and everything, and what's really going on with you. You got to add a little bit of reality to it. So I think that's it. So again, confirmations of it, and it's nice to have those like universal confirmations. But unfortunately, just because you have universal confirmations, don't mean that if you and that person actually really connected, it would be like that. Because each person is different, especially if there is a large gap. Because that would be difficult too. Because you can't expect a person to be where you're at because they're not. So even when people say love conquers all, I would rather say love causes compromise. I don't think love conquers all. You can just look at the planet and see love doesn't conquer all, but love can cause compromise. You know. So I think that's it for this video. I can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, yes again. So again, last night it was early in the morning. It was early in the morning, and I had to go out. So as soon as I came out, it was just creepy. And I do have that picture. I took the space chart. Just a creepy night. But the whole day was creepy last night. I mean, when it's getting pitch black, it's almost getting dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It doesn't get that dark. And like I said, as soon as I walked out, it was raining. And then even like the news I just got just now is not good news. It's not good news either. But what I'm trying to tell people is it's only so much I can do. And people can talk trash. People like to talk trash, but the difference about me, I'm just a very honest person. And you can't just keep on taking on somebody else's this, because you won't be around. So anyway, I told y'all when I knew my soulmate, the one who lives up the street, was changing, I told you what happened with Planet Venus. So if you didn't hear that video, there's nothing I can do about it. But all this was going on the street where my soulmate used to hang out. So when I came out, that's where the moon was. And the moon looked scary last night. It was real big. It was low. And just scary. But it was stars out there and everything. So like I said, I went up the street where my soulmate lives, going up to the highway to make a left. And then there was a police out there. Now the police that were out there, they had pulled somebody over. They weren't our police. They're a township that's close to us. And they always are, pulling over people. They'll come in our neighborhoods and pull people over and stuff. Like they'll see you on the highway and just follow you into a neighborhood and pull you over. Now, this is where it starts to get somewhat creepy. So now, when I get on a certain street to where I need to go, that moon is up that street. Now, the name of that street is in Genesis 15. That's a Genesis 15 prophecy about God coming to save his people after 400 years of their captivity. Now it's in the west. But one time I went there, and the same moon was hovering down, but it was in the east. And I literally followed that. I followed that moon into Asbury Park, New Jersey, and that moon was hovering over the barber shop of this guy. I didn't know him though. I seen him in school. I seen him one time in court. But me and him were never friends, but we went to school together. But he literally, I gotta try to explain this to you because when I say it, you ain't gonna believe me. But he faked his own death. So I had to get away with it because he was an informant, and they got him out of there by faking his own death. And I went over. I made all this public. So I can't see. It's difficult for me because I can't keep going backwards because you're dealing with people that don't keep up with you and this and that. And then as soon as something goes wrong, everybody wants the whole world to stop. But you should have been keeping up. And if you're new to this, again, you can still study the channel. But like I said, I don't like, and that's what that's my horoscope said today. I don't like when I'm always pinned in, and this person is always in your face about something, always. So you can't even do shit that you have to get done yourself. And I don't see how nobody goes all around the world, nothing wrong. And this happens all the time. As soon as they walk through that door, all hell breaks loose. And no matter what comes down, no matter what you do, you're always going to be the bad guy. Even though certain people don't clean shit, don't do nothing, just run out the door, run out the door, run out the door. But I'm the bad guy. So, point being made, that guy faked his own death. Now, the same police officers that I'm telling you about, they were the ones that caught him. Because he actually was running from the police in a car. He went through all these townships. And that day I was working, the same street I'm talking about. The same name of that street is in Genesis chapter 15. I remember working, and we had heard about him coming. So we were just standing there. Because that's an industrial plaza. But that whole long street is like an industrial plaza. Stores, you name it. So now the last time that moon hovered that low was in the east, down by the beach, down by the Atlantic Ocean, where his barbershop is downtown Asbury. This time it was up. This time it was up the other way. But now you got the cops out there. And that's the same. Like I said, that was the same police station that caught him. He made it past all the other cops, but they stopped. I knew he wasn't going to do that. That township don't play. I used to work for that township in the sanitation department. So it's just a lot of messages, and you don't know what these messages are, whatever or whatever. But don't get me wrong. I stay prayed up, but it's only so much because I don't feel good myself. So I stay prayed up and stuff like that. But like I said, it's only so much you can do because you just have people that want to do what they want to, want to do what they want to, want to do what they want to, and then everything goes wrong, and they think the next person is gonna clean it up and pick it up and do it up, and you can't keep doing that. And that's just facts. And most of the people that are talking shit about me, they would never do what I do. I'm already doing way too much. That's why I'm at the point now. Whereas when I was younger, I'd be ready to fight. But you're still going to be wrong. Like I said, the truth of the matter is they hate you if you're black. They hate you if you're a man. They hate you if you're righteous. And all these people acting like they know God, obviously they don't. Because all I see is a bunch of people putting on the front. And then other than that, they do whatever they want to. No conversion whatsoever. But because the world is made for people like them, this is why they get away from it. The world is not made for people that really follow Jesus Christ. Those type of people are persecuted and lied on. People like me. So you can only do so much. So I gave you a lot of warnings. That's what I'm talking about. The police and all that stuff, and this moon sagging. But it's also financial warnings as well. But I haven't gotten any confirmation. But just what I'm seeing. Just what I'm seeing. Now, inside of all of that, like I said, it's twin flame, soulmate stuff. But again, all I can tell you is when that chance comes your way, be prepared to talk to the person in a respectful way. Let them know you care. Don't be immature about it. Don't get all caught up in your emotions. And realize, like I said, all that glitters is not gold. Some people think twin flames is going to be like an unbelievable love and stuff like that. But at some point, it's going to have to be realistic in order for it to work. So that does conclude this video. God bless. Alright, so like I said, y'all gotta understand. I'll never be able to express what I'm trying to tell y'all. But just go on and go on and go on. Plus, it has decades and decades and decades. So really, just fuckery and bullshit. This is what it is. And I've seen it over and over again. You're talking about somebody that goes all around the world. This person is still in Africa, Italy, Dominican Republic, on cruises, and they never always down south with the grandchildren and her daughter and brother, her son-in-law, and you never hear Jack. Soon as that person walk in the door, oh, I'm so sick and yeah, I'm not doing too good, and And I'm telling them because I'm always working. Like this is just don't do nothing. Lazy. And I be trying to keep to myself. I'm not trying to put somebody on blast, but come on, I'm sick. Like my left leg is effed up. All this stuff is like diabetes and heart shit. My leg is messed up. Today I was trying to rest. I was messed up yesterday, and I almost didn't go back to work because I came home and took some insulin. And I said, man, no, I came. I didn't even take the insulin, which I probably should have. I was like, well, maybe I don't need it because I was already messed up. So I came home to take it, but I just ate. I ate a good meal and said, should I go back to work because I really don't feel. And I said, I'm gonna go back anyway. And I went back out, but that was fucked up yesterday. Like I said, as soon as this person come, I bet they come with that bullshit. Like soon as I see this, now this is what I'm trying to tell y'all is this: y'all not gonna get it, cause I know you can't win. They don't get there. Like I said, I already told you why they ain't never gonna tell the truth. Ain't never gonna give you a fair one. It's only so much I can do. I need the rest too. Like y'all gotta understand, like this is an old ass house. Everything went wrong. I think it was last year, and I did everything. That person ain't do Jack Dilly spot. I think they finally got here and cleaned up a little bit, but I had to clean out a whole room by myself. And I'm doing all this with heart trouble, diabetes, everything. It just keep going on, but it always been that way. And see, when you're younger, you just shake it off. When you get older, you just can't keep doing that because you'll be dead. That's why I always tell people watch that video. Alan King. He used to call it "Women Live Longer Than Men," but I guess people was getting offended, so he had to change the title. But that's what you can still find it if you say "Women Live Longer Than Men" by Alan King, and that shit was so real. So I understand where they're going, and I feel a certain way, and I do feel sorry if if the doctor said what he said, you need to go wherever. But I don't need to be on this late. That was a whole day. That's why I went to work yesterday. I'm thinking I got the day off. You know what I'm saying? And I would have had the day off if Drama Queen ain't show up. So I'm trying to get this leg because I'm worried about my leg right now. Because when you got diabetes and stuff like that, you got to be careful. And there's no reason why my leg should be having that pain. Plus, like I said, my whole left side feel a certain way because I'm scheduled to go back to work this week. So I don't need to be nowhere I don't need to be. And if y'all knew how many times the person is fine until they come here. One time they came in, they went and got their hair did. Then from the moment they got their hair did, they walk in the house and now they falling out all sick and all this stuff. I won't even put that person's business out there like that, even though I want to keep it 100. Because I always, no matter what, I'm always gonna be blamed as the bad guy. When the truth of the matter is, I've been saving this person's hide since I was a little ass kid, and I get sick of it. So I wanted to get that perfectly clear. And no word, that's why I'm getting it out now. So you got to get it out. Because you're right. If I didn't get it out now, you probably would hear it in other audios. That's why I'm getting it out now. So any other audio from here on, I ain't saying nothing. Now, but like I said, people be mad, but I got other shit to do. My whole life since the last, especially last two years, everything went wrong. And when I'm home taking care of everything, she's on boats, she's on cruises, she's partying all down, and then nothing wrong with her. I never got a phone call say, "Oh, something's wrong with so and so." All the thing I never. But as soon as she walked through that door, here come the show. And like I said, when you say the boy that cried wolf, that's what's gonna happen when something really wrong. Motherfuckers ain't really gonna believe you because they sick of hearing you. And I know some of y'all, if you want to, like, if you understood how extensive what I'm trying to tell you is, you would know. See, you can't fathom it. But just like think of like Mommy Dearest or something like that, like a psycho broad and shit. It's kind of like that. Always got to be up in somebody's face with bullshit, like constant bullshit, 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 bullshit. All right. So purpose of getting that out, and also Terry Nassan warned that it was something like this would go down today. Like I said, you got to do what's best for your health. I got all my stuff certified. Like even one place that owe me medication, now they ain't gonna send it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't know, and I already paid. This is what y'all not hearing. I already paid. They're gonna try to change the date on me. Now I need the meds. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I said sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's really spiritual warfare. And you have to stand up. You can't worry about what everybody talking about. Because they're going to lie on you anyway. And a lot of times when you're doing what you're supposed to, which is God's will, you're going to see stuff like that. Because it's just the devil trying to get up in there, trying to stop this, trying to stop that, trying to kill you and shit. That's why I said, you got to move on. Like I said, and a lot of this shit is psychosomatic. It's some weird, dark, mystical shit. That's what I call it. Because it's funny how you find be away for weeks, nothing wrong, walking out, and last time she got her hair did, so she was able to go get her hair did. Everything was fine. As soon as she walked in that door, she fell out and all this bullshit. And it's just so y'all know, it's been times when she's been examined by doctors and they said ain't nothing wrong with her. So for the most part, it is attention. But when you keep crying wolf, something really could happen. But like I said, I can't be there because you gotta understand. I gotta stop every time she sneezes. I gotta stop. You understand what I'm saying? I can't get my own shit done. And then be the first person to try to blame you why the shit fucked up. No, it ain't me. I try to clean up and shit. You the dirty one. Stop bringing me into your bullshit. So that's why I said I just can't move. This is what I be trying to tell you. I move a certain way because I don't play games. Like, if I didn't do something, don't say I did it. Now, if I did something, I'm man up to the shit. But if I didn't do it, and this all, like I said, when they be talking about, when they use that N word, and there's a reason for it. Because I'm around them, and I can tell you just some truth. It's a lot of truth to what they be saying. And I watch it I watch it all the time. So, all I'm trying to do is do me. I'm trying to grow, do me. I can't be responsible for other people, but they're going to try to find a way to pull you in the bullshit. Anyway. So like I said, the purpose of this ending to this video was to put that out there. And like I said, to talk about it and get it out so that I don't have to talk about it no more. Because otherwise, if I keep it in, if I don't get it out, then it's going to be in. And then you're going to hear it. So you won't hear it on the videos because I got it out now. So my conclusion is, what she's trying to do is interview, like she always doing. She's always trying to make it about her. But that's not happening today. I got tons of shit to do, and I was trying my best to be at work on Friday. This is one of the main reasons why I can't get to work all the time. So it's some bullshit with her, always. So we're not doing that today. As far as anything else, just sum it up like the boy that cried wolf or the old lady that cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm not hearing that shit. And I'm trying to get healing in his leg. Because I don't know why that's acting up. And it was worse than this yesterday. And I worked the whole day on it. Even went back. I could have said, look, I ain't going back. I still went back. Because they know I got health problems. But I still went back yesterday. And then I feel it in my heart and shit. But the only way you're not going to feel it in your heart if you relax. You ain't going to relax when somebody comes with their problems. So people are always gonna talk shit about it. But like I said, sometimes you gotta let it go one end after the other. Because ain't none of these motherfuckers here seeing what I do. I preserved that woman alive since I was a little boy. When I had to fight my own father because he was beating ass, and I could see why. Yo, I did a comedy tape one time. No, listen, I was high. I was high off medication. Yo, it's funny though. If you got a sense of it, I did a whole comedy tape and shit. That shit was funny, but I was going off. I was wild because I was high and shit. But your creativity be like, that comedy tape was funny and shit. That shit was funny. And I was talking about everything, but it's hilarious, funny and shit. And the cover, I put Andy Kaufman on the cover because he's one of my favorite. He's one of my inspirations because he was what do you call it? Improv right on the spot doing comedy and shit. So that was funny. And I seen another dude, he stutters. I saw him like a day or two ago. he stutters and stuff. But he's funny though. He's real funny. But he stutters. But he's real funny. He does improv too. Because if somebody heckles him, he'll stop his whole bit and just go in on just freestyle and shit. He's funny too. So like I said, I'm sorry the world is the way it is, but you have to blame the people who let the world be the way it is. Now I'm sorry, you got all this crazy shit and all the shit you hearing is by design. By design. Like I said before, everything's just by design. Now, I'm sorry a person might feel a certain way, but how come you was that's what I asked him, because I was just fed up. I said, how come you ain't never sick in Virginia? How come you ain't never sick when you on boats and planes and all over the world? How come as soon as you walk through that door, you're sick? So I got stuff to do, blah, blah, blah. Told her still going to try to, I'm still, nah, not tonight, not today. Because that's the only way they're going to stop doing it. And like one other thing I'm going to say before I get out of here. Y'all got to understand a lot of times, because I'm always working. I'll be up here working, right? Now, I seen this person early in the nighttime. They was fine. Nothing wrong with them. Come up here. I'm working. Now, I'm getting ready to go downstairs at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to bed. You come down there and they lay down on the couch like, ugh. Oh, here we go with this bullshit again. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with this bullshit again. Now, what's wrong with you? And I think I need to. I'd be like, yo. Okay. You can go to the emergency room if you really need to go, but I'm not waiting for you. I got to go to work tomorrow. I can't go up. Been up all night. I ain't got no sleep. Last time she fucked up. Well, that was one time it wasn't fully her fault. But it's always gonna be some bullshit with her. That time her doctor gave her some shit, knocked her ass out. So that time wasn't really her fault. But it's still gonna be drama whenever she's around. That's a fact. I'm an eyewitness for over decades of watching this shit, and then it'll be supernatural shit happening too. So after I told that person that time, I said, okay, I'll take it or whatever. I'm not staying. Then they said, oh, wait a minute. I think I feel better. I think I can make it. I think I can get it. Yeah, because there ain't nothing wrong with you. That's why you can make it. And then another time, some other shit. I was gonna tell y'all something I forget, cause my mind shifted. But it was some other bullshit with her. Oh yeah. So she used to always fall. Yeah. Oh, I fell. Oh, it's really bad. So now she went back and forth to the doctor. Oh. I'm gonna go to a specialist. It's really bad. It's really bad. And I'm just like, here we go with this bullshit again. It's really bad. It's really bad. Now I'm not saying she don't get sick, because sometimes she do, but most of the time that's just some bullshit. So then so she thought she was gonna go to the specialist, right? Oh, I said, Ma, who gonna pay for it? Oh, the insurance. I'm sick. I said, Mama, I don't think they're going to pay for that. I think they pay for it. So she went and found that they wasn't going to pay for it. And then all of a sudden she stopped talking about it. And wasn't nothing, never heard nothing else. You understand what I'm saying? Never heard nothing else. So it was nothing wrong. Like I said, I even told my sister one time, me and my sister don't always get along. This is my younger sister. I said, look, if someone's really wrong with her, I would be there for her. I said, but most of this shit's some bullshit. I said, I can't stop everything just because she bullshit. She wants some attention. So I told my sister that. And even that time, my sister ain't say nothing, because my sister always be talking crazy. Even that time, she ain't say nothing back. But like I said, you got to. Because like I said, that's it. Whether you hear it or not, that's still another trick of the devil. Devil being people. And like I said, the people listening when I be talking, I be showing you. Like I just did a video. Well, conversations I've had with that person about Jesus Christ and salvation and forgiveness. She don't know that. She know church. But ask her about salvation or repentance, she don't know. And she won't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Ain't nothing wrong. I don't have nothing to repent from. Like, oh yeah? So that's what I'm trying. Those type of people got the wrong spirit. And that's why they always up in your face trying to stop you, because I got the right spirit. So you got to notice. So like I said, that's why Messiah said your enemies will be members of your own household. Don't put nobody above me, because that's what's going to happen. He's telling you, get out here and do what I do. But you're going to always have people around you not. Dysfunctional families, crazy family members get up in your face, try to start a fight, all kind of stuff. It's going to go on. So you can't be there. And then you're going to try to guilt trip with everybody talking shit about you. But if these motherfuckers was doing the same thing I do, they be tapping out. See, but y'all, like a lot of y'all busy, so y'all don't see it. But whenever you hear about somebody's mom or dad that died in the house, even though they got about 4 or 5 kids, So how they die in the house and ain't nobody know they was in the house for like a whole week and nobody checked on them? Why? Because they wanted that person dead for two reasons. Because the person could be a drama queen. Throughout their life, the person was a drama queen, drama king. Or second, there's an inheritance involved. Now me, I've always been loyal and faithful. So, like I said, I'm the type of person, I don't worry about stuff like that. Because you're going to get accused of it anyway. Oh, why didn't you and why didn't you? So, this is planning. But the bottom line is I can't be everywhere. That's what I'm definitely saying. That's what I'm definitely saying. I can't be everywhere all the time. And this person has a history of faking shit. And like, if you really want to believe you sick, you can make yourself sick. Because I seen her do it. That's it's a whole lot of mystical, supernatural shit with that. Because I don't know how this person was gone for 3-4 weeks. Nothing was wrong with them. They got up, went to the beauty salon because they always getting their nails done and their hair did. And nobody at the beauty salon said, "Oh, they seem sick. Oh, they seem like they was fine until they came back in the door. Now they can fuck with me. Oh, all over the fucking house and all this crazy, disgusting shit. So nah, I'm like, nah, not today, baby. I'm tired. I got so much I need to get done, and I don't have time for this bullshit. And you ain't pulling me into it. And then that sends a message to her and the whole nutty ass family. It ain't gonna work. Y'all wanna call me? I wanna get into a nice good old fashioned family argument like we used to? I'm ready for y'all bitches. But today I'm staying on schedule and whatever. So that's it for this video. I'm out.